My name is William Waidaka, and more to that, I'm born again. I'm the last born in our family. Some few years back, around 19 years back, I lost my mom. She passed on. In the family of the 7 of us, plus 2 parents, the 9 of us, 6 have passed on. We are remaining 2 brothers and 1 sister, mother deceased, father deceased. We had so many questions. Where is God in this situation? Where was God when all this happened? And I may be a representative of so many out there who are asking the same question. Where is God when tough times come to us? Does He really care?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Praise the Lord. Welcome to the very first edition of the Faith Crusaders movement, where we are all about revealing Christ-like attitudes of awakening. And we are all about faith, we are all about hope, we are all about love. And we just want to welcome you to a very first edition. This is our very first show of the Faith Crusaders movement. And we are so grateful that God has availed unto us this opportunity to share with you the wisdom, the knowledge, and the understanding that God has deposited in our spirits, so that you may be encouraged, you may be uplifted, you may be edified in all of these things. And tonight we just want to begin with one of the most sensitive topics, and you can bear witness with me that one of the things that is a burden in the life of many Christians is the question: does God really care? This is a question that reveals the burden that is in the life of Christians. And tonight we just want to address this issue. Trust me, you don't want to miss this. You can call all your friends, just share a watch party on Facebook, share this stream with your friends, share it to groups, wherever, however you can, but ensure you invite someone, ensure you call someone, and let us enjoy and learn together as we get to glean in this message of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding from above. And tonight I am joined by 2 gentlemen, but before I introduce them, probably for those of you who do not know me, my name is Pastor James Kamau, or they call me JS, and I'm a youth pastor at Destiny Life Church. I'm the youth pastor there at Syokimau, and we are so grateful tonight to be joined by 2 awesome gentlemen. Trust me, the wisdom that is with these men, you don't want to miss out. And let me start by introducing the gentleman on my left, and I will allow him to say his name, tell us what he does, and kindly let's welcome my brother. It's good to see you here. Karibu sana.
Asante.
Yeah.
It's good to be
Introduce yourself and tell people who you are and what you do.
Sure. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Bernard Mushiri Kariuki. I may also say I'm an evangelist, serving the great diocese of Mount Kenya South, and I'm grateful to be here. Grateful to serve the Lord, grateful to share what God has actually deposited in us, and we're here to encourage somebody and actually to advise somebody. Yeah, good to be here.
Wow. You don't want to miss this. You don't want to miss this. And on my right, I have another very awesome gentleman. Welcome, my brother. I almost said your name, but I remembered I'm allowed to. I will let you introduce yourself.
Thank you so much.
Tell us what you do.
All right.
And karibu sana.
Thank you.
All right.
My name is William Waidaka. I'm born again. I am an evangelist, and I'm also in the same diocese with my brother here. We serve at the Diocese of Mount Kenya South. And I'm glad to be here to share, to enlighten, to encourage, and to make you know that in this life, you are never meant to be alone. Thank you.
Hallelujah. Wow. And let's just dive into it and ask ourselves this question, and I'm sure this is a question that many people are asking out there because of the many troubles and trials that people face out there. And people are asking, does God really care? Does God really care? Okay? Shall we start from there? Because tumemaliza na wewe, so can we start from there and we come to my brother? Yes.
I believe that the greatest question that each and every human being is struggling with today, moreover, not when good times comes, but when bad times arise, is does God really care? And when we are asking that question, does God really care? We need to get back and deal with this question that where was God, or where is God when I'm going through troubles, when I'm going through trials? That is the question that really comes. And the more we read the Bible, that He's a caring Father, He's a caring God, the more we get to question His authenticity when we get in trials, when we get into troubles. Because we believe that as much as He's a caring Father, as much as He's a caring God, we are not meant to go through trials. And that's the reason why we find ourselves asking this question, does God really care, because of the situation that we are in? And this question is not asked when we are going through good things, when you are going nice times. Yes. No. This question comes in when we are going through trials, when we are going through tribulation, when we are going through persecution. That is the time the question arises, does God really care?
Wow. And I think the greatest question that everybody asks, how can such a big God be caring about such a small being as I? I mean, we are like around 7 or 8 billion people in the world. How comes? Does he even sense my presence on this earth? My brother Bernard, what do you think about this situation? Does God really care?
Well, I actually do think that God cares.
Wow.
Regardless whether we are going through hardships in our lives, God really cares, because He actually is the one that gets us through these hard times. And you know, the only time we can actually ask God if He really cares is when we are going through hardships. And you know, life is filled with ups and downs. There is nowhere in life you're guaranteed that we're going to have a smooth run in our lives. There are times you're going to feel like you're going through a hard time. You're going to feel you're stressed up. You're going to feel probably you're going to encounter hardships in your life. But that is something that is guaranteed in life. If there is something that is constant in life is change.
Wow.
In our lives, like in marriage, when you're bringing up the children, when you go to probably where you work, sometimes the salary is late, and you wonder, why, especially as a Christian, you're going to ask God these questions. Do you really care? And actually God cares. And I'm sure we can all associate ourselves with a particular moment in time. We ask God, do you really care? And then after we look back, after that, we can see the faithfulness of God in our lives. And then we can actually say that, yes, God cares. Even though we go through hardships, God does care.
Wow. And as per the introduction video that you've just seen before we started this conversation, we have decided to narrow down on 2 areas in our families that are very sensitive. And they are the areas of death and the areas of sicknesses. And one of the and you've seen, and I'm sure you've seen our brother here who has given his story. They were around 9 people, including the father and the mother. And now about 60 or 70% of the family has died. And I want to understand, my brother, what was going through your mind in these times? What was going through your mind? And when all of this was happening, you know, your mom passed when you were a bit younger, you know, too young to comprehend what was going around your environment. And then as life is progressing, some of your family members died along the way, you know, your dad as well, and your brother recently this year. What was going through your mind all this time? And I know you as a man of faith. And what was going on through your mind all this time?
One of the things that really and consecutively would come through to my mind is, where is God? And as you're saying, as a man of faith, a person who actually reads the Bible every day, a person who has an interaction, who has a relationship with Jesus, who constantly communicates with God, I found myself questioning, God, where are you when these tough times are here? And it's very easy to move on when it's just one family member who has passed on. My mom passed on when I was around 14, before I did my KCPE. And what came into my mind, because my mom would really encourage us as the family, what came into my mind, because I'm the last one, is like my life was crushed. She had built in me visions, and he has
bolden my mind that, you know what, William, I'll take you to high school. I will make sure you get the best education. I will make sure you get the best out of life. Yet, on the September, before I sit my examination in November, she passes on. I felt crushed. I felt it was the end of the world for me. I didn't know what to do. Yes, my father was there by then, but he wasn't well up. He was not the type of a person that would hold someone firm. So when that happened, I really felt crushed. And there's one thing that happens when you are crushed. Let me just enlighten you. That's when the devil comes and whispers into your ears and tells you you are done. There is no hope for you. What are you going now? What? And when that is happening, the challenge and the crucial thing here is, who are you going to agree with? Because my mom raised us to that level of reading the Bible each and every day. We would sit around and say verses. And all these years as we are growing up, we knew God is there. But then comes this situation and the devil is asking you, where is this God that you usually call out? But there was one thing that I really thank God because of. He has always stepped in. Whenever a family member dies, he has been there to step in and to become that which that family member was, and he becomes even more. When my mom passed on, I didn't know who is going to provide for me, how I'm going to make it in life. But I thank God because he has been there all throughout. And these are the times that we get to know God intimately even more. When we are being crushed, when we are being squeezed, those are the times we have the higher capacity to hear what God is speaking for our lives. We can't just ignore the fact that we can't be on this alone. We need God every step of the way. And having God every step of the way is what has kept me going through, is what has encouraged me all through. I have never asked God for something that my mother would provide and he has failed to provide.
Wow.
I have never asked God for something that my father would provide and God fails to provide. Why? Because during those times, I did not doubt his presence. I did not doubt his provision. I didn't doubt that he has always been there. So that is one of the things that has really kept me going. And even today, I can surely say it is the Lord who has been on my side.
Wow, that is so encouraging. And on to my other brother. You have almost a similar situation because your mom as well passed when you were a bit younger.
Sure.
How did that make you feel, and what was going on in your mind as well?
Well, my mom passed on when I was quite young.
Yeah.
I was about 3.5 years old.
Wow.
So when I was growing up, it didn't really have a negative impact in my life. But when I look at it now, I'm sorry to say this, but the absence of my mother has really shaped me to the tough man that I am today. It has shaped me to become the person that I am today. So maybe at that time, I couldn't have seen the positive side of it. And maybe during that time, I could have really questioned God. But I was just like a small kid. I didn't realize that. I didn't feel the impact of it because I had family all around me during that time. My sisters, my cousins, my father was there, my brothers were there. So I didn't feel the absence of my mom. But when I was growing up, I did feel the absence of my mother. But on the positive side, it has really shaped me and made me the person that I am today.
Wow.
Because when I meet some people, they'll tell me, you look like a mama's boy. And I tell them, that's not possible.
Yeah.
So I tell myself, probably, if my mom was around, I could be a very spoiled boy. I couldn't be the man that I am today. So in a way, God knew what was happening in my life and in our family. Because the challenges that we went through in the absence of my mom, they have made me the person that I am today, and I give God the glory.
Wow.
And I can also add on to his comment when he says that he would be a spoiled child. I remember when I was in class 8, in the months of January, February, March, April, my mom would still carry me to bed.